Right, hello everyone, let's take a look at the market quickly on the 14th of September. First of all, let's get rid of these. Now, I've got the euro dollar in front of me because we've got a trade open on this one from yesterday, as you know. And as you can see, the market has been a little bit choppy around here. So this choppiness will probably end sooner or later. But as you can see here, we're in a rectangle. Okay, so we have a lower level here, we have an upper level here, slightly another upper level just there if you've got your chart open in front of you, and this is a support level, as you can see, where the market's picking up. Now I put just under the support level a stop loss, and my target is around here, but pretty much the target could go all the way up there. The reason I kept the target a little lower is simply because it's got room to come up, and then kind of this area is going to be resistance as well. But this is not a bad risk to return ratio there. Okay, so with the euro dollar expectations still to go up, so what we'd like to see with the euro dollar is actually a breakout above this 35 region. So if it breaks above this level here today, we should be safer probability wise. All right, let's also take a look at the dollar franc. Now dollar franc works in the other way. So if the euro dollar is going up, this is going to kind of come down, and here we can see a Gartley setup here. But before we go ahead with the Gartley setup issue, let's see what's going on. Now the market, as you can see, let me just get rid of these. Okay, had a nice little fall, and now this is a recovery phase. So if I put a Fibonacci on there, we should get a close range. There you go. So this is the 38.2 region. So the market might just hit its head up at 97, 96 and then start to fall off, or it might just start falling off from here. So this is not a bad sell spot. Alternatively, you could do this to be on the safe side. Because the market's a little choppy, what you might want to do is draw your lines that way and enter on the breakout, or even alternatively you could do this and just wait for the market to break down and to follow it towards this level here. That might be also a better option. So just follow it through and see how that goes. Either a sell option around here or on the breakout would be fine. Dollar yen. Now dollar yen, I noted this level here that we might be coming up to sell here, and that's not a bad level to short now, actually. To tell you the honest truth, it's not a bad level to short. Let's do this. Okay, let's take a look at our daily chart. There you go. Okay, remember I said sell on the lines? Well, that's what it's looking at. That's 103.50 area. So here is your sell level. Not bad at all to go short. Alright, so just follow that through. I think that's good. I think we're going to have to keep an eye on the dollar yen today. I think that's a pretty good trade that we could take right on the line, because then you can keep your stop loss tight and have a good profit expectation, I think. So there we go. Alright, that's dollar yen. Pound dollar, let's take a look at the pound. Now the pound dollar is, here's our 4-hour chart. Up move, nice little pullback to our 38 level, and now going up. So this is another currency pair. I did mention here, if it comes to this level here, this red line, okay, if you remember, if it popped its head back to this red line here, would be a good area. And as you can see, we put a Fibonacci up here, and it came right back on our Fibonacci line. There we go. Alright, so let's just do this and get rid of that, make it nice and clean. So here, you know, once again an up move on the pound dollar, and now all you have to do is keep an eye on this red line here, and we can get rid of that. Okay, so the market will probably go up here before there'll be any sign of selling. So that's not a bad spot, because at the end of the day it wants to come up here. That's 32.70 region, and that's a resistance area. So the market might pretty much want to test that, and we'll just keep it a little lower to be on the conservative side of things. So the market will probably test this area before it does any selling on the pound dollar. So if you've got a pound dollar position open, or if you want to go long, you better make sure you take your profit around these levels before it hits this red line there. All right, let's take a look at gold. Wait a minute, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar, because we were long on the Aussie dollar yesterday. This is the Aussie dollar. Okay, now with the Aussie dollar we had a bit of a pear shape here. Okay, so the market is slightly against us here. So what I did this morning, I placed my stop loss just under the low of the day, and I'm anticipating that this will break out, and when it does break out, we'll probably be in profit. When we are in profit, I'm going to close this trade off. Even though I have a target up here, what I want to be is a bit more conservative with this, and I can in fact pull this. Let's do this. All right, let's pull our take profit there, because we got in and the market kind of went against us, and now we're kind of pushing up. I want to get out of it with minimum loss or with minimum profit without endangering myself. Okay, now alternatively, a good spot to get into the Aussie dollar, if you're not in there at the moment, is to kind of have it break out and then pull back and then go in, or you could just go in at the breakout. So this is not a bad spot to get in right now, as it's breaking out above this red line there. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, let's see what we can do with gold. Now with gold, as you recall, I did mention this 1,200 level the other day. Well, I'm 1,300, I'm sorry. If it does pop back down here, would like to get in. The reason is, as you can see, there it is, that level there. Okay, slightly lower than there is going to be this. I'm just going to put that across for you, that level there. And what we'd like to do is buy off from here. So that 1,298 kind of is not a bad place to go to. Today we might go up a little bit and then pull back next week. So this is going to take time. This is a daily chart, as you can see. But I would be mindful, if you're a gold trader, if it comes down here, that's going to be a good level to go long. And you could even do that. Yeah, there we go. So just be mindful. Today it's going up on the 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at it. Where would we go today on the 4-hour chart? Well, we wouldn't do anything today. All right, if you're a gold trader, don't take any risks today. Okay, and let's see how that goes. Let's take a look at Brent Oil. Okay, this is the November contract. Now guys, remember, if you got rollover positions, you better start checking them out, okay? Because contracts are ending, and when they end, your accounts will be rolled over. So best thing to do actually is not to leave anything for a rollover. So you better know what you're doing when you're trading commodities. Let's take a look at oil here. Now this level, as you can see, is a support area. Okay, so that's not such a bad level at all. If the market starts picking up from here, it's not a bad thing. How are we going to confirm that? Well, if you're trading Brent, go long if the market breaks above here. Okay, there we go, that's our level. So this is a support area here, as you can see. As the market goes up above, you can, if it breaks above this red line, you can go ahead. Alternatively, you could do this. Okay, if it breaks above this red line, you can just keep going long and following this upwards. Okay, on a daily basis, let's see where we're at. Well, on a daily basis, I'd still say you're better off going long here, because it's a support level, and this is a kind of an up move, pull back, go long. Let's see how much of a pullback that's kind of taken. Yeah, it's nice on the Fibonacci levels as well. Let's make that a 4-hour chart. So as you can see, not a bad spot to kind of turn over and go. All right. So if you're trading oil, that's what you could do. Trade with a slightly smaller lot, and if it kind of breaks up here, then you can kind of add on to your position afterwards. All right, guys. Hope that helps. Have a great day trading, and be mindful about the Fed interest rate announcement tomorrow, please. Thank you.